a limerick for you. There once was a woman called Ailne, who encountered beasties that made her want to scream. They chased her about, all over the house, while the plot flew by largely unseen. Hey there guys, welcome back to Alone in the Dark, a nude nightmare, on PC. Good old games remastered edition. Yeah, this might actually be the longest title since the Resident Evil Remake Remastered HD edition for PS4. There's an old fort on the other side of the island, eh? Okay. I'm certain the fact that it's got its own text blur means that'll come up later. Right. Where have I not been? I have not been to whatever this is. Okay, so that's one place to check out. It's also the closest place, so, you know. Let's go that way first, shall we? Oh good. Monsters in the corridor. Oop, fuck, no. Ah, you missed me. Dodging like a pro. Okay. Is there anything I missed in here first, actually? So I found the good... What was that noise? Oh well. Guess we'll never know. I can't interact with this... Okay, can't interact with the veranda doors at all. That's disappointing. Devil is that? I don't remember that. Looks like a press of some sort. A projector. Aha! And I have a crystal. Yes, I do. I know where this is going. Right. Crystal in the thing. There we go. Strange from the plans. A crystal is positioned inside. Okay. So, turn on the projector, please, Ailne. Ailne, please. Please. You have to shine the torch at it. No, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's try turning the light off. You just gotta do that before you use a projector, right? It might literally be a case of she's refusing to even try until the lights are off. Let's try that first. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The lens, got crystal inside. Nothing. Still absolutely nothing. Right, okay. Shining the torchlight doesn't seem to have any effect either. I'm gonna have to find like a lighter somewhere or something daft. I don't think I've got anything else that would... No. Do I have to adjust the mechanism? No, I do not. Okay. Can I call the local Walmart and ask for a... component? Why has that got the use option? I use that by turning it... Oh, you're kidding. I didn't think that was going to work. Right, so I couldn't just shine my torch at it, I had to use my torch as an object. Okay, that's fine.
Why did you try and stop me in my...
Where's the audio coming from?
You mustn't struggle against your fate. But you won't have died in vain. Your body is about to experience a new birth.
It's suddenly reminding me of the suffering.
Your blood will make you a stronger being. You will be faster. You will be a complete being. Oh, marvelously complete. First injection. Farewell, Father.
Squish.
Second injection. Welcome, new man.
That never works, you know. You try and inject stuff into the eyeballs and you don't go through, you know, the hole in the iris. The eyeball's just gonna pop and leak. That's kind of how eyeballs work. I've got an engraved cube. Take a proper look at it when it starts spinning at a million miles an hour, shall we? Objects, engraved cube. Here we go. Small metal cube. Library 3D map. Library 3D map. It says something on here as well, doesn't it? I can just about make it out. 1991. That seems to be an important date, for reasons I don't entirely recall. Why is that important? Why do I remember that's important but not remember what it is? Okay, so it's a 3D map of the library. And there is apparently something towards the left-hand side of the library because there's a like star-shaped dot that was on the cube. Question is, where's the library then? I still haven't been over here, so maybe it's a whatever is in this little section over here. Maybe that's it. That's sad, actually. Yeah, on every single floor of the map, as far as I can tell, the back section of the house is complete. Ooh, something new over there as well, actually. What was I saying? Yes, like the back section of the house is completely blanked out. Like, I haven't been there yet. Big section in the middle here. Okay. Some section on the left as well. And over here. There's a lot of places I could still go, basically, is what I'm saying, apparently. Yeah, that seems like a big unexplored area. But there don't seem to be any doors that go there. Which isn't... Wasn't there I'm sure there was another set of doors that I couldn't get through before. When I was doing... Yes? No? No, I'm sure there was. I think it was there. I'm sure there was. Some guy would just completely bar me. I'm completely misremembering it. I'm certain I've seen another door down there somewhere. When we were first looking for Obed, we ended up at the bottom of the tower, and there were a set of doors that I could not go through. Well, there were lots of doors I couldn't go through. Down there, wasn't there? Yes, there was. Okay. So I got two different options. I need to explore down there and up here. Well, this is closest, so we'll go with this first. Oh, buggering hell. Nah, you missed me, son. Dodging like a pro. I've played the Resident Evils, don't you know? Not gonna catch me. Oh. Nope, no. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. So I'm afraid of a little light. You know, that damn pansies. Okay, this looks like a library of sorts. Champollion, obviously. The man who deciphered the secret of Egyptian hieroglyphics. Okay. Have we read anything with him referenced before? Or am I imagining it? A scroll. Richard Morton, you don't know me. Once you don't know me, your path will be strewn with pitfalls and perils. My name is Judas Deserto. Bum bum bum. Yeah, Ghost Mirror Man. Even if you may not know about me, I know all about you. I know about your sleepless nights, the evenings you spend huddled, cold and alone. I know about your fear of the day. I know about the terrible loneliness you feel faced with the unknown, face to face with something words can't describe. In the course of a life that has been too long, I've encountered the creatures of the night. I can help you overcome them, master them, make them your slaves, your servants. You will find supreme power, the power of the Absolute that knows no bounds for all eternity. You will find that wielding it brings intense pleasure. My name is Judas Deserto. You're already getting to know me better. I don't know what this voice is either. It's me vaguely trying to copy the VA. In exchange for the power that I already feel surging through your veins, I ask you one small favor, a small request with which you will not fail to comply once the time is ripe. All I require is that you send me a small promissory note, enclosed, signed, with your blood. My name is Judas Deserto, and now you know who I am. And this note is not just thrown away as the ravings of a lunatic, because... like, was there a genuine reason? Like, at all? Eden Shaw and I. Oh, a boy and his Indian companion. What a jolly tale. Eden Shaw and I... Oh, sorry. I'll try again. Eden Shaw was like a real father for us. He was Jampo Jeremy's only and best friend. I always felt there was a strong bond between us, like we shared a secret or the responsibility for a terrible mistake. I remember when we were kids, he would always get Alan and me mixed up. That racist. Grandpa Jeremy in front of the Fort Laboratory. Jeremy would spend nights and days on end in this workshop. It was here too that I started my own scientific career. Eden Shaw had his bedroom just next door, as if my grandfather couldn't go without having him around. I think we see what the relationship forming here is between Grandpa and Eden Shaw. Wink wink, say no more, say no more. Picture taken during our visit to the Anthropology Museum in Boston. I know, I still can't do the accent, but I'm going to keep trying. My grandfather organised a visit for my 15th birthday. That visit determined my choice of profession. I remember how surprised I was at just how much Eden Shaw knew. Well, he's a possibly immortal Indian voodoo man, so who knows. In Grandpa Jeremy's workshop. Vivisecting something. My grandfather's workshop was just like Ali Baba's cave, but I always sensed that behind his carefree appearance, the research he carried out had very far-reaching consequences. Edenshaw in the garden of the estate. Okay, that's definitely a picture that you took. Edenshaw said little about his Native American origins, which gave him a certain mystery, a certain aura. I'm still convinced that he knows much more than he lets on. Okay, so without throwing the doubt into the player's mind of whether this guy can be trusted. July 13th, 1991. Ailne has done something terrible. Howard, our father, we're going straight to hell. Yeah, I think we just saw what he did to Daddy Dearest. Or at least to his remains, anyhow. Probably not going to end well for me, is it? It never does. These crazy people do these crazy things, and I'm the one who gets it in the neck. Okay, so that wasn't the library, I'm guessing. Okay. So I'm going to have to go this way. If that... Well, assuming I can actually find a way into this huge black area here. If that is not where I need to go either, then I'm out of ideas. Basically. Nothing else in this room, is there? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Back to dodging creatures of darkness. Like a pro. Like a goddamn pro. Nope, you missed me, son. Nah, missed me again. Oh, I'm so fast. Can't catch me now, sucker. Oh, did you see me, folks? I was zigging. I was zagging. I was damn near untouchable. Usain Bolt got nothing on Ailne. That's what I'm saying. Okay, nothing over here. No, still nothing over there. That's fine. Right, door. Door. How does one door? Damn it, Steve! Pretty sure I've told you about this. I know you want to make friends, but leaping out on people and going blah, 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 from your chest mouth is probably not the best idea. Damn it all! There's like a noticeable delay between aiming and firing. The firing mechanism itself is... Go away! Not on a first date, Steve! So the firing itself is quite ridiculously fast. The firing seems to be limited only to how fast I can actually push the fire button, which kind of surprised me. Okay, yeah, that is the door I was thinking of. Why was it not on my map earlier then? I definitely tried this door, didn't I? I'm sure I did. In fact, I'm damn certain I did. What the hell?
Carnby?
Yes, Ailne.
I'm in the library. I'm sure it didn't reveal all its secrets, but...
That's for
What are you
sure.
am I supposed to have been here before then?
The books in there.
that's not what I meant. I recovered some sort of engraved metal cube. There might be a link.
Well, then trust your intuition.
Okay. Yeah, am I supposed to have been here before? Judging by the... Was that just weirdly phrased plot dialogue going on there? This is a big-ass room. Ooh. A book. Book. Well, what did I expect? It is a library. June 1949. I am Morton. I realised that day... You only just realised who you are? I'm going to skip over that. I've tried for so long to escape my destiny, but my willpower was probably not strong enough. My fascination for the world of darkness has vanished. Vanquished me. I chose to resist cooperation, a choice my father never had because of that demon deserter. For I understood, early on, that light at only... It's going to be one of those days. I'm completely tongue-tied for no reason. I can feel it already. Only light can vanquish darkness. The magnesium bullets that were made in Italy have a remarkable effect on the smaller creatures, but they have proved inadequate to deal with the stronger monsters dwelling deep in the entrails of the night. The work of the French scientist de Broglie has greatly inspired my research. The properties of light he discovered and its undulating nature are remarkable. It is thus possible to concentrate and distill light into some sort of a juice, no doubt, to amplify it, to rupture its movement in phase, and thus transform it into a terrible destructive energy. The information I possess about the molecular structure of the shadows of the night is fragmentary, but my study of them has produced conclusive results that their capacities for absorption of light energy are limited. Photoelectric energy at certain high levels destabilizes them. Although that's true of any creature, but we'll pass over that. destabilize the chemical structure, rather. The molecules break down, and the entire macro system implodes. If I could build a weapon able to concentrate light energy by factors of up to 100, or even 1,000, then, if I had the technology, if only there weren't limits. God! If only someone could help me. William Shaw defeated Deserto, that malevolent being who led our family down the path of dishonor, and trapped him in a mirror, apparently. I thought our Indian friend had been sent to me by the gods. As a child, I saw him complete the incantation at the Circle of Stones, facing in the direction of the conjunction. Deserto, who knew their power, employed his magical powers to dissimulate some of the statues from the eyes of man. Okay, so he hid them, in other words. Okay, so Eden Shaw knows how to use them, and how to use them correctly, and Deserto hid them. Doesn't explain the mirror thing, but okay. January 13th, 1953. This date will remain forever engraved in my memory. My grandchildren were born today. God alone knows what they will make of their lives. Howard wants to get them away from Shadow Island. I understand his reasons, but I fear that destiny will prove stronger than a poor father's desire. Yeah, you know how that turned out. October 14th, 1966. My research advances in leaps and bounds. Time is of the essence. I feel things stirring down below, like they know that a date with destiny is nigh. That's an interesting way of saying you have a boner, but okay. The forays into the world of light are becoming increasingly frequent. With every new day, my study of the creatures of darkness greets me with new surprises. It seems they all possess the same genetic inheritage. The expression, however, is unsuited or unsuitable. The entities are more closely related to minerals than organic life, but I find none better, as though they have all been cloned from the same root matter. I have no idea what's going on with my reading skills today, or lack thereof. December 5th, 1969, I finally managed to strengthen the resonance power of the crystals. Now only matter stands in my way. I tested the first version of the photoelectric pulsar, and it literally fell to pieces in my hands. I fear I must brace myself for long months of adjustment and careful tuning. Alan continues to show remarkable intuition, and impressive psychopathy, no doubt, as well. Well, that probably wouldn't be... No, that would be a diagnosable thing by 1969. He seems to be perfectly in tune with the creatures of the night, not a warning sign at all. He even claims that they obey his commands. However, I'm unhappy with the direction his research is taking, with all the kidnapping and the corpse pilfering and, yeah. May 31st, 1973. My strength is abandoning me. Sharp pains shoot through my body like arrows. You are having a heart attack while you're with us, is what you're saying. Okay. As I have so much left to do. I now know that Alan belongs to another world entirely, but the first time ever he told me about his real plans. He wants to fuse light and dark, to restore their original unity, to reunify them, so defying their separation, to bring them back together. Birds of a feather, once again. Do-do-do-do-da. I think he's been waiting for the moment when I'm too weak and too old to oppose him. God alone knows what he might do. For the first time in my life, last night, I prayed. You know exactly what he's explained what he plans to do to you. Well, not even to you, just in general. Richard Morton back from exploration on the front of his ships. 2 of 49. Really? The history of the famous Boston dynasty is a tale full of unexplained events, surprises, and troubles. Some will claim my only goal in telling it is to damage the reputation of one of the most legendary fortunes of Massachusetts. I would like to say in my defense that I am simply doing my duty as a historian. My account is based on reliable sources and interviews with witnesses. I'm sure they are, who though they might be evasive, are no less worthy of our interest. If I echo certain rumours, it is in the belief that they too are constitutive of the Morton family history. God, you're a wordy bastard. Even by my standards. Rock oil. Terrible place to try and get oil from. Contract for the exploration of natural resources in Puebla, Venezuela. Okay. The Morton family roots in America go back to the time of the great demographic changes during the decades following the founding of the USA. Although it is impossible to reconstruct the family history further back than the beginning of the 19th century, it appears that the family originated from a small town of Whitechapel in Sussex, England. Represent. It was Robert Morton who led his family to the American continent. In 1823 he built his first paper factory on the heights of Beacon Hill. The success of the Morton papers was dazzling. It was Richard Morton, though, his older brother, who founded the real Morton Empire by creating the Morton Oil Company on March 23rd, 1889 at the age of 37. Important info, apparently, since it's highlighted in red. Whew. The Iceman cometh. That looks distinctly female-shaped, but okay. The Morton family's history of secrecy started with the discovery of the Man in Ice during one of his company's prospecting expeditions in Greenland between 1891 and 93. Richard Morton, the influential public figure, became increasingly reclusive, abandoning the powerful Boston society circles he frequented to place himself into daring expeditions that led him back time and time again to the site of his first macabre discovery. Deserto is in the background, looking obviously Compton and, well, blatantly evil. To assist him in his missions, which sometimes ended in human and financial disaster, he called upon the Swedish and Norwegian sailors and mercenaries, among whom was a certain Judas Deserto. Deserto was a risk-taker, a warrior, and a clairvoyant interested in the arts of black magic. He was a suspicious character who seemed to have great influence over Richard Morton. God. Indigestion. Terrible thing. Terrible thing indeed. Okay. It doesn't help why I'm trying to read really quickly at the same time. End up swallowing air. The exact cause of this terrible accident was never uncovered. Against expectations, the family business was flourishing. The Morton Oil Company won over market after market in Venezuela, in Indonesia, and in the North Sea. Its competitors, meanwhile, were struck by a string of surprising misfortunes. Their key negotiators had accidents, their directors developed mental health problems, and their lawyers would cave in suddenly, agreeing to disadvantageous settlements. In public or private investigation, managed to pin a criminal charge on the Morton Group. The family's fortune was known to be huge, but no one ever knew how huge. Gibson, around 1900. Samuel Gibson entered into Richard Morton's service on June 20th, 1899. This brilliant student had a knack of deciphering ancient languages. It turned out that Morton had entrusted him with the translation of inscriptions on tablets found near the infamous Iceman. Gibson's work led Richard Morton to Shadow Island. I do kind of feel like that's how you have to read that. Offshore view of Shadow Island. Doesn't look like an island at all, really, does it? It's like a view of the beach. The fort that overlooks the island's bleak moors had been abandoned a good 20 or so years. Soldiers stationed there had experienced hallucinations or suffered sudden bouts of sheer madness. Others simply disappeared without trace. I should also mention a strange legend that claims the chapel, situated near the fort, had been the site of strange rituals during the 17th century. Okay. During which human sacrifices might have taken place. The state of Massachusetts needed no convincing when Richard Morton offered to buy Shadow Island, which he did for a nominal sum. 3 pence and a button. It seems that to start with, Richard Morton wanted to make the fort his home. He spent real fortune and superhuman effort on this task before abandoning the idea. He elected instead to build a strange manor on the south side of the island, contracted by one Richard Trevor. Obviously not, that's me adding in my own headcanon. Seriously, there can't be multiple assholes who build these houses. They really can't. His decision to buy Shadow Island and live there was because the engravings on the stone tablets were similar to those found in the island's deepest underground passageways. Of course they've got underground passages. Letter from Gibson to his fiancée, which I can't actually read. As work on translation of the engravings advanced, relations between Morton and Gibson deteriorated. The student relished the romanticism of his work, whereas Morton seemed devoured by a destructive passion. What's more, Gibson's discoveries seemed to terrify him. He confided his worries and fears in a long letter addressed to his young fiancée, who had stayed on the mainland. Okay. It's all sounding very Cthulhu, isn't it, at the moment? Or perhaps that's just me. I'm not objecting to this. There need to be more decent Cthulhu Mythos-esque games, in my opinion anyhow. I don't think I've played any recently. The closest one I played would probably be Amnesia, but even then that was kind of highly derivative. That was more a game based on the background mythos within a typical Lovecraft story. More so than... well. As the last I ever heard of him, Gibson's mother later received a terse message. Your son has disappeared. His body has not been found. My condolences. Signed, Richard Morton. Not even a gift basket. Okay. Fly about an unknown girl. The peak of Richard Morton's disturbing activity coincided with a wave of disappearances among the young girls of Boston's poorer neighborhoods. This is the most disturbing episode in his life. It is my definitive belief that, driven by the evil Deserto, the founder of the Morton dynasty was practicing black magic rituals involving the sacrifice of innocent souls. Without doubt, taking place in this very chapel sacrifice had done centuries earlier. To what end I do not know. The first disappearances started in October-November 1903. They continued with frightening regularity of one a month, increasing during periods of equinox, until Richard Morton died on April 13, 1905. On this date, disappearances mysteriously stopped. Archibald Morton as a child. Where are your legs? In 1874, Archibald Morton was born, the only child of Richard Morton and Susan Chalmers, the youngest daughter of Lord Chalmers. A ruined aristocrat and opium addict, while the Morton Oil Company's business prospered, Archibald devoted his youth to the study of the polar circles. Like his father, he mounted many expeditions. Like his father, he also developed a fascination for Shadow Island. No, seriously, it has to be read like that. And its strange secrets. Young Polynesian men and women in the hold of a ship. It slowly emerged that large numbers of young men and women were being uprooted from their distant homelands and taken to the island from as early as the end of 1905. Archibald was, in this matter, more discreet than his father. Evidence of this was found not only in the accounts of some sailors, but also in the written confessions of a slave trader, Thomas Plunkett, in which De Soto's name was cited several times. It seems, however, that no traces of these unfortunate men and women has ever been found on the island. Archibald Morton and Jennifer Pritchett. In 1897, Archibald Morton married his first wife, Jennifer Pritchett, a pastor's daughter and a renowned organist. Wow, chicka bow wow. She was a devout Christian and wrote long letters to her father renouncing her disgust for her husband and her despair. The pastor, however, had disappeared the day after the marriage. The undelivered letters were kept in the postal archives, where I discovered them still sealed. Okay. Archibald treated her with uncommon cruelty. She nevertheless gave birth to his son in 1899. Jeremy Morton as a child. Okay. Jeremy was of a weak and delicate nature, but early in life he already showed signs of exceptional intelligence. He too was haunted by the secrets of Shadow Island, but his general approach was more scientific. Jeremy Morton was an inventor. The breadth and originality of his inventions, which he never even bothered to have patented, is highly impressive. He attended Congress and addressed conferences. Okay. So a different approach. He also struck up a lasting friendship with one of the last descendants of the Abkhani tribe, Joseph Edenshaw. The Native Americans settled on Shadow Island in 1924. Invoice from the Nobel Company addressed to Jeremy Morton. Okay, look in his groceries. Explosives, phosphorus, and magnesium. Okay, perhaps not. It appears that Jeremy Morton collected a considerable arsenal of weaponry. In less than 3 years, he ordered over 200 pounds of explosives from the Nobel Company in Boston, along with large quantities of phosphorus and magnesium, and at no point was he ever questioned about this. Jeremy Morton and Joseph Edenshaw. Love the moustache. In the last 10 years of Jeremy Morton's life were the most secretive and mysterious. In his youth and middle age, the inventor genius hobnobbed with the cream of society. He spent his old age, however, as a recluse on the island. Some accounts of this period make the blood run cold. One example is the marriage of his son Howard, born in 1931, to Lucy Dogan, for which he staged a reception on the island. Right. Relations and members of distant branch of the family were present. The party was disrupted by drama when the horrifically mutilated body of one of the guests was discovered in the park adjacent to the manor. Lucy's brother, Michael Dogan, claims to have seen a terrifying lizard-like creature with tentacles and armed with enormous fangs. That's mutated, not mutilated, but okay, I'll give you that one. There is no doubt in my mind that the members of the Morton family, Jeremy being no exception, would have took dangerous and frightful experiments on the corpses discovered by Richard and his successors. Experiments that interfere with nature's own course. Resurrections from the dead, crossbreeding, genetic manipulation. The last two are basically farming techniques, so yeah, fine. Ignoring that. We don't know who the mother of Howard Morton was, apparently. Howard, you bastard. Quite literally, apparently. Oh, okay. That was the thing that happened. The statue is much older than everything else. So it is. So it is. Right. What else we got around here? Nothing over here. No glowy showing up. It's not yet, anyhow. This is where the stop. Yes! Oh, damn, I'm good. Oh, click, click. Okay, we have an Abcanny tablet, 3 first aid kits, a save point. No, I bloody well do not. You just gave me everything I needed for essentially a boss fight, and when the hell did I pick up grenade ammo? No, seriously, when did I pick up grenade ammo? Because, you know, that's the kind of thing I should know about. Okay. Well, duly noted, I also have grenade ammo. Good to know. Well, actually, no, it's kind of terrifying to know in this particular setup, but you get the general idea. Okay. Bowl of water. Can I interact with it? No, I cannot. Okay, what else we got? More books. Aha! A secret door. Secret door that has... Apparently my torch disappears when I try to look at it. This is a terrible technique, Ailne. You should point your... Oh, hello. Phosphorus cartridges. Nice. Okay, is there anything else in this room? Any other point to it? Can't really tell what it's asking me. No. I want... God damn it! Can I... Not really. Like I say, can I use this on it somehow, but... It doesn't seem to be anywhere even vaguely near the right size, does it? Okay. Can I use the cube? Nope. Can I use this? No, I cannot. Okay. So that's another item I need to find, basically. Nothing else is showing up. Ooh, hello. Ah! There is a light switch. Still nothing else showing up that I could use, I guess. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Need to remember, if I find a weird sort of Easter Island head statue, I guess, it needs to come back here. Okay. This looks like a control panel. Yet, when I attempted to push it, nothing happened. Duly noted, game, duly noted. Mine is not to question, mine is to mindlessly adventure. I've known these are the rules for a long while now. Okay, what's... Oh, okay. So I could have come like all the way up here, looked at my 3D map to figure out which place I needed to look at. But I basically figured it out just by thinking, okay, it's on the second, like, point of this bibliographic clover. Okay. But it's nice they gave you the option of being able to get an aerial view of the downstairs library. That goes outside. I don't want to go outside just yet. Basically, all I wanted to do was explore the rest of the library in case there was anything that I would find myself in need of, like extra supplies, extra goodies, that sort of thing. Doesn't seem to be the case though, does it? I haven't really found anything. Well, that's not true. I found the secret hidey hole that basically only had some extra shotgun shells in it. But even then, I'm not complaining about that. It's always useful to have more ammo than less. Okay. Now see, this is either going to instantly kill me because of something else I haven't done, or... Oh my god. It's the Tyrant! Yeah. Wesker called. He wants his monster back. Why put the super strong monsters in regular glass containers? I've never understood this idea. Oh, hi there. You must be Howard. How's it going? Eat a dick, Howard. No, you missed. I have a grenade launcher. Why am I shooting my shotgun? My shotgun that has 16 bullets, no less. This was a terrible plan. Actually it doesn't. No, my shotgun has 144 bullets. But even so, why am I using that instead of a grenade launcher? On what is clearly a big monkey boss man. God damn it, stop it. Die! No game, stop. What? Ailne, I can't help but be confused. Why did you look right at him and then abruptly swing the grenade launcher away from him? Eat a dick! Eat all the dicks! Is he dead? Nope, that was a fake out. Eat all the dicks. Oh, I found a necklace. Yay me, I guess. So that was what, 6 shots in the end? Yeah, oh, okay, 5 actually. That was a stack of 30, wasn't it? No, it was... Yes, no. Yeah, 6 shots. The one that she decided to randomly shoot into the middle of the library. Just in the middle of a boss fight, she's like, 50 Shades of Grey? I hate that novel! But you know, mutants first. That doesn't really discourage it, does it? Okay. Actively attacking mutants first. We can get rid of the literature provided by other kinds of mutants later. Okay. Grab this. I now have a half medallion. Okay, so I need the other half, presumably. And then a thing happens. The statue hasn't moved. Okay. I kind of expected, like, the, more grenades. The thing I need for the secret room upstairs to be, like, in that statue's mouth. But apparently that's not the case. Okay. Nothing else around here. I don't have time to read. It's a terrible attitude to take, Ailne. There are many kids' programs would be severely disappointed in you. It's also a horrendously ironic statement to be made by a character in this game that just featured a 49-page-long expositional dump. In text format, no less. Just the irony of that, just it tickles me in ways I didn't realise I could be tickled. Okay, moving swiftly along from that. Let's go check out the ladder now, shall we? Actually, no, first we'll check out the secret room. Then we'll go check out the ladder. Nope, doesn't do anything. Okay. Just... See, I'm willing to bet what's actually going on here is that, if I were to play as Combi, I'd find out where all these doors are suddenly opening and all these mechanisms that I find that I can't actually interact with are probably things that Combi has already opened for me, if you get my meaning. It's still weird. It's still really, really weird. It's kind of something that I think Resident Evil 2 did slightly better, where the characters would have more interactions in one way or another. To sort of reinforce the point that while you're doing what you're doing, the other characters are also doing things, like they'd let you know, I've unlocked this door over here, or I found this secret switch, so you could, progress in that fashion. I mean, this is probably more realistic. I doubt that in this situation, every time you opened a door, you'd hop on the radio to let the other person know. Especially if you didn't see any particular reason they need to go into the room in question, but, Right, and the outside of the building. where can I get to? I can go left, but doesn't seem to be any reason. Not left, right, rather. Doesn't seem to be any reason to go that way. It's got its own screen. But there's absolutely nothing here. Quite literally absolutely nothing here whatsoever. Again, I wonder if perhaps in Carnby's scenario you go like across from the other side and then that pathway that's clearly broken now breaks. Then you go into the library that way and you unlock the library so that Ailne can then get in later on. That's all I can really figure is going on here. That's... no. No. Is there really nothing... I mean, apart from like the box of grenades I just picked up, is there really nothing in here? Well, this is now the second essentially pointless room I found. Well, the first one I found at least had a bit of exposition on, and background, filler story in it. This had grenade rounds, which are good, don't get me wrong. But apparently serve no other purpose whatsoever. Yeah, I can't interact with any of the items, I can't read anything, I can't get into this blatantly obvious trapdoor either, so... I am confused as to what the purpose of this room is. If any. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Actually, how long have we been recording? Almost 45 minutes, my god, okay. In that case, we'll go back to the bottom of the library, since there doesn't seem to be anything else we can really do here. And from there, I guess we'll call it a day. Because my phone and my laptop are both buzzing and binging at me, which both of you guys can't hear. Letting me know that my lady love requires my attention. So I'll sign off here, basically. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. So until then, bye-bye now. Bye-bye.